do the leg up, coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manoilovich. Today I get to share a really fabulous recipe. I'm going to show you how to make a roasted leg of lamb, and you have to believe me, I'm going to throw in some vegetables. I'm going to throw in a beautiful roasted garlic mashed potato idea for you, but ultimately it's all about this leg of lamb. The day started at the crack of dawn. I went down to St. Lawrence Market and had a chat with my friends at Deliso's Fine Meats. Over the years, we've become great friends because they know me as a customer. We've developed a relationship, right? This is important when you're going to purchase your ingredients for whatever you're making. I don't care if it's fresh vegetables or a piece of meat or responsibly raised fish. By developing these relationships, they're going to get to know what you like, and then they create something that's perfect. After a quick discussion, they know exactly what I want. I was looking for a 4-pound leg of lamb. Perfect. They know that Nick likes a little bit of fat, but not too much. So they sharpened their knives and they trimmed away most of the fat, but they left a nice layer that's going to crisp up really nice. When we cook the leg of lamb, they also know that it's all about presentation. They did something called Frenching the bone, and this is where you trim off the excess meat and the cap, and you're left with a very smart looking presentation. You'll see when I bring this out of the oven how perfect it is. They wrapped everything up, hand me the bag, I'm out the door, and before you know it, I'm home ready to create this wonderful meal. Now that we're here, let me show you how to prepare a perfectly roasted leg of lamb. Once your lamb comes to room temperature, we need to prepare it for the oven, and we start first of all by taking a small paring knife. I want you to kind of prick the leg of lamb all the way across the skin. Don't worry about the underside, but that top side, we're inserting the knife. Ultimately, we'll be adding a little bit of flavoring to that in a moment. We need to create a really beautiful, flavorful rub. This is going to crisp up and give this leg of lamb a wonderful flavor when it heads into the oven. We take a small food processor or handy chopper, and into that we're going to place 2 tablespoons of capers, 4 cloves of garlic, I like to add about 6, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, the 2 sprigs of rosemary, so I'm peeling the leaves off the rosemary, they go into the chopper, 6 tablespoons of butter. You have to add this next ingredient, 12 little fillets of anchovies. Add them into the chopper, and then probably about a teaspoon of kosher salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. Then when you put the lid on and you start to pulse the little unit, it might get clogged because the butter gets all clumpy. Just work it through till you come away with a very fine paste like this. It doesn't look very, it's kind of like a gray color, it doesn't look so appetizing, but boy is it ever delicious. One suggestion when you're making this, be bold. Don't be shy. If you want to add more Dijon, a little bit more garlic, if you want to add, a hit more of the rosemary, go right ahead. This leg of lamb really welcomes these very big, robust flavors. Now when you've got that great consistency, we take our leg of lamb, we're going to rub the outside and underside with this beautiful kind of flavorful paste. We're going to jam our fingers in all those little slits and make sure that this lamb is ready for the oven, transferring to a large pan. Last thing, before it goes into a 425-degree oven, we have 1 cup of any kind of red wine really, and then the juice from 1 lemon. Pour that into the pan. I like a little bit of extra kind of something on the top, so some more fresh ground black pepper. Our leg of lamb goes in the oven. We're going to roast for 15 minutes at 425 degrees. Turn it down to 350. You're going to cook for an additional hour for medium rare. Cook it a little bit longer if you want more of a medium flavor. I'll take it out of the oven shortly and I'll show you how perfectly this turned out. I took that roasted leg of lamb out of the oven. It was exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes. Look at that gorgeous bone, all Frenched up and beautiful. I've let it rest now for 10 minutes into the oven. Right now, a little bit of asparagus. You could also serve this with some garlic mashed potatoes. Click here for our mashed potato recipe. When you go to serve this lamb, I kind of like it at room temperature. I'll show you now as I carve it how beautiful it is. But I serve it with a bunch of accompaniments, whether it's horseradish or mustard. I like to serve it with a little bit of mint jelly. How about a pineapple ginger jelly? Whatever you have on hand will really go to boost the flavor of the lamb. You're going to need a nice carving set when you go to cut into it. And when you cut into the lamb, you can expect, look at this, beautifully prepared lamb. I'm going to cut into it. How gorgeous. I love, yeah, the doneness is perfect. And the one thing I can tell you when you go to enjoy, get to do a little taste test, I'm allowed because I'm the chef. The flavor is like really amazing, but this lamb is remarkably moist and tender, which is just the way I like it. I like it so much, in fact, I want to eat the whole thing right now. So what else can I tell you except make this beautiful lamb recipe, serve some great sides with it. I want to thank our friends at Deliso's Fine Meats for providing us with this beautiful 4-pound leg of lamb that I've now shown you how to prepare perfectly. Looking for other perfect ideas, head to weekend@thecottage.com, sign up for our newsletter. Look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel. And then finally, how about on one or more of our favorite social media feeds? Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I just gave you a leg up on preparing a beautiful dinner. You better get going. Enjoy.